What's good, my people? Big shout out to the big homies. What's good? Wanted to make a quick recap on some shit that wired up, brung up to life that nobody never noticed it, which it was true. He just recently made a video about Tupac's name and what it meant. It meant Tupac Shakur means two people. Well, coincidence, because I was actually looking at the motherfucking video and I came across some info that I'd already done had. You know what I mean? This is the reason why they always say that two brains work better than one. You know what I'm saying? Because your information might be valuable to me and my information might be valuable to you. You understand what I'm saying? Peep this shit out, right? Peep this shit out. Now, y'all could go back and check this shit out, right? When he was talking about that Egyptian shit and all that, and the Egyptian symbols, and when he took that picture, well, that picture came from Egypt. Yeah, it was the Egypt symbols or whatever, and he reviewed what they meant. Well, y'all could go back to 1990, I think it was 1994, when he did, where Pac did an interview with Arsenio Hall. Arsenio Hall interviewed Tupac, and right when Tupac came out, Arsenio said something that didn't make no sense, but now, in 2019, as I go back and look at it, it did make sense. It makes a lot of fucking sense now. Because what he said that day, somebody was going to reveal this shit later on in the future. And guess what? Wired Up got it. When he meant that it was two people, that his name meant two people, well, Arsenio Hall said, right before when Pac came out, y'all could go check it out on YouTube. It's called Arsenio Hall Interviews Tupac. And Pac got like a green vest on. Pac has like a green vest on. Check out that video and go back and listen to what Arsenio Hall said. I want Wired Up to go back and listen to it too. Go look at that video so he could put two and two together now. There's always been two Tupacs. Always been two Tupacs. That fucking look-alike that y'all see, which I'm going to show y'all those pictures later. This is why I wanted to make another video of it. So I wanted to show you. I want to show y'all pictures. I print out certain pictures and I want to show y'all. There's always been two Tupacs. Well, Arsenio Hall said, when Tupac came out for the interview and they greet each other and they hug each other, gave each other a hand, or Arsenio Hall said, I'm getting the feeling that it's two Tupacs. Tupac started laughing and says, the punani smelling one. I never paid this shit no mind, never really looked at it for what it was, but now that I see what the name was, there's always been two Tupacs. That's why the name was created like that. There's always been two of them. I don't know if they both been playing one role or how they was doing it, but it was two of them motherfuckers. It was Tupacs, bro. It was definitely Tupacs. I'm telling ya, it was two Tupacs. That's why the name was brought up like that. You know what I mean? But y'all could go check it out, man. Check that shit out, and y'all gonna start putting two and two together. It was definitely two of them motherfuckers. For real. Pac had a fucking double and a half, bro. And that double must have been around for a very long time. I don't think that double just happened to just come by and did his job. This was plotted for a long time. Believe me. When he said it was the name meant two people, y'all could also go to an interview where Tupac's, it's called Tupac break down his name and where the name came from. With the name Tupac came from and where the Amaru came from. It's two warriors from two different countries. From two different countries. But it always been two Tupacs. Believe me when I tell y'all, go back and look at the shit. I want Wired Up to take a look a little bit more closer to that right there and go in a little deeper. Because it's going to be some shit revealed, believe me. It was always two Tupacs. It wasn't just one, it was two of them. This is the reason why it was so many lyrics. It was a lot of shit. One man couldn't have done that by himself. He did the impossible, like Suge said on his interview. When he was on the beach, when Suge said, can Pac could have rolled on his songs, he did the Makaveli, the impossible. So, you figure that out. When Suge said that too right there, make me think a lot, man. But y'all gotta open your brains up and try to figure this shit out, man. But it was two Tupacs, man. For real, you're Wired Up. Look at that interview with Arsenio Hall, bro. Look at those pictures and check out most of those pictures in Vegas, bro. The real lookalike. It was a real lookalike. It was a couple of them niggas that did look like Pac, but it was just one. One of them out of that 7 was the real lookalike that's been around for a very long time that a lot of people confuse. And that guy with the broken chain, with the jersey, with the green jersey, that's the real one. That's the real lookalike right there. I'm gonna show y'all some shit later. But Wired Up, stay focused and keep going with your shit, bro. I want you to keep doing that and do a little bit more homework on that name and what it meant. I'm telling you, it was two of them niggas, bro. Playing one role. Believe me. Alright? One.